All right, our next unit is on the Middle East, and unlike a lot of the other units that we've done, this is not a continent, but it is a region, and many of these countries have culture in common. To be specific, it will be the Islamic faith, as well as speaking Arabic and all of the culture that involves. All right, so see if you can guess any of the countries on this particular map. A lot of times the Middle East also includes northern parts of Africa, but I'm not going to put those in this unit because we've already studied Africa. All right, so do as many as you can. Pause the video and do as many as you can, and then you can pause the video as you go through to write down each of these because the spellings are kind of doozies. All right, number 1 is Turkey. Turkey. Part of Turkey is also on the European continent, so this one's kind of a fringy one as well. Number 2 is Syria, Syria. Number 3 is Lebanon, right along the coast of the Mediterranean, Lebanon. Number 4 is Israel, Israel. And I'm going to show a map next about the confusing area of Israel, Palestine, West Bank, Gaza Strip, etc., etc. Number 5 is Jordan, just like the name, Jordan. Number 6 is Iraq, Iraq. Number 7, the big one on the Arabian Peninsula, is Saudi Arabia, Saudi, new word, Arabia. Number 8 is Yemen, Yemen. Number 9 is Oman, Oman. Number 10 is the United Arab Emirates, UNITED, new word, ARAB, new word, EMIRATES. It's also abbreviated as UAE. Number 11 is Qatar, QATAR. Number 12, that tiny little island, is Bahrain, BAHRAIN. Number 13 is Kuwait, KUWAIT. Number 14, that big one, is Iran, IRAN. Number 15, all of these up in this area are countries that all end in stan. So, that's going to make it maybe easier because they're all stans in this region, or makes it more confusing depending on how your brain works. So number 15 is Turkmenistan, TURKMENISTAN. Number 16 is Uzbekistan, UZBEKISTAN. Number 17 is Kyrgyzstan, KYRGYZSTAN. Number 18 is Tajikistan, TAJIKISTAN. Number 19 is Afghanistan, AFGHANISTAN. 20 is Pakistan, PAKISTAN. 21 is Kazakhstan, KAZAKSTAN. And number 22, the island off to the western side south of Turkey, is Cyprus, CYPRUS. All right, so again, Israel is south of Lebanon along the Mediterranean Sea. There's this kind of a figure 8 shape. That is called the West Bank, or Palestine, and it's not really an official country. It's kind of an independent region. They want to be their own country, but Israel and Palestine has been fighting over that for decades. This little area here is called the Gaza Strip, and this area up here is the Golan Heights. Again, you can read down here, Golan Heights is Israel-occupied Syria, so it's Syria's territory, but Israelis live there. The West Bank and Gaza Strip are Israeli-occupied with current status subject to the Israeli Palestinian agreement. So permanent independent status is kind of up in the air right now. Israel in 1950 declared Jerusalem as its capital, but the U.S., like lots of other countries, maintains an embassy in Tel Aviv. And that's because Jerusalem, half of the city is in Israel and half the city is in Palestine. So it is a very volatile region. All right, so capitals. Afghanistan's capital is Kabul, Kabul. Bahrain's capital is Manama, Manama. Cyprus, Nicosia, Nicosia. Iran is Tehran, Tehran. Iraq is Baghdad, Baghdad. Israel is Jerusalem, Jerusalem. Jordan is Amman, Amman. Kazakhstan is Nur-Sultan, Nur, where is it at? Oh, it's up here. Nur-Sultan. Kyrgyzstan is Bishkek, Bishkek. Kuwait is Kuwait City, Kuwait City. Lebanon is Beirut, Beirut. Oman is Muscat, Muscat. Pakistan, Islamabad, Islamabad. Qatar is Doha, Doha. Saudi Arabia is Riyadh, Riyadh. Syria is Damascus, Damascus. Tajikistan is, Tajikistan is Dushanbe, Dushanbe. Turkey is Ankara, Ankara. Turkmenistan is Ashgabat, Ashgabat. United Arab Emirates capital is Abu Dhabi, Abu, new word, Dhabi. Both Abu Dhabi and Dubai are two cities in the United Arab Emirates that have lots and lots of money. Uzbekistan is Tashkent, Tashkent. And Yemen is Sana'a, Sana. I've also seen it spelled with double A's at the end. All right, as far as physical geography goes, I want you to label the following rivers: the Tigris River and the Euphrates River, and they were both instrumental in early civilizations of Mesopotamia, and they are still in present-day Iraq. I think those are the only two rivers. Let's see, what else are we going to label? The Black Sea, the Mediterranean Sea, the Red Sea, the Arabian Sea, the Persian Gulf, the Caspian Sea, the Aral Sea. So you can label all of those. Caspian Sea is the world's largest inland sea, and the Romans called it that because it's a salt lake, and it's right next to the Great Salt Desert. This is the Arabian Peninsula that Saudi Arabia is on. This is the Sinai Peninsula that separates Africa from Asia. The Himalaya Mountains are off to this direction, okay, off to the east. And the Indian Ocean is southeast. This region is mostly deserts, and so it is obviously a drier area. We also have the Indus River, which is over here. So I would say those are three major rivers that you need to have labeled as well. This map might show it a little bit better here, so you can kind of see some of those things. Again, the Caspian Sea is considered to be the lowest point in Europe. You can see kind of this mountainous regions here. You've got the Zagros Mountains right in this region. You can see Turkey is a very mountainous region as well. And then again, most of the rest of it is deserts. So if you look at that, you can kind of see those areas there. So any of these maps, you can pause and write down any of those things that I just mentioned. If you're not sure, I can help with that later on as well. All right, population density. Again, the darker red areas have more people. That has over 400 people per square kilometer. Clearly, it's along the rivers, the Tigris and Euphrates rivers and the Indus River. Turkey, in this northern region, has a lot more people than Saudi Arabia or Oman, for example, the lighter shaded areas on the Arabian Peninsula. Along the Mediterranean Sea is also densely populated. So once again, which is a theme throughout the year, bodies of water, whether it's oceans, gulfs, rivers, that's where most of the people live, especially in this region because of the deserts. All right, let's see. Region. Since this is a region known by religion, you can see that Muslims or the Islamic faith is green, so it's all in this region. And I mentioned that sometimes Northern Africa is included as well. We're not. We're just doing the Asia portion of the Middle East. And if you look at this inset, this is Israel. It is blue, and they are Jewish. So they practice Judaism. So they are really an island in the middle of this Islamic region of the world, which has caused a lot of issues, altogether. So Israel only became a country in 1948, and it was established after World War II. The UN kind of gave it a region that Jews could live, of course, because they were targeted during World War II. But in a lot of these Middle Eastern countries, Islam is the only religion allowed by law. So that's why it is so dense. And you can see the darker green areas just means it has over 90% of the population practicing this religion. The lighter green has less than 90%, and there's only a few of those. All right, as far as languages go, Arabic really is the main language spoken in most of this region. And then you can see places like Iraq, for example, that has two different colors. So they are Kurdish and Arabic. Or you can see Afghanistan has two different colors as well, according to the chart. So some of them have a little bit different. The stands tend to have their own language. So you have Kazakh, or you have Turkish, or you have Kyrgyz, Assyri, Uzbek. So those are kind of their own unique languages, as well as Georgian. But some of them have a little bit of Greek or Persian, which is lasting from ancient times. But the majority of them are Arabic, which is that light brown area. And then, of course, Israel is a little bit different because they speak Hebrew, because that is the language spoken by most Jews. So that's why that's dual colored of Arabic and Hebrew. Let's see. I think that's about it. All right. So make sure you start studying your map and studying for our Middle East quiz.